Welcome back to Game Devs Play Games, where you can watch games and practice game design. And we're back with more Dream Daddy.
Dream Daddy.
We are at a barbecue in Joseph's backyard.
And we have the moment of choice. Who do we flirt with? Which group of people really are we gonna just socialize? Because it's not just one, which I'm happy that it's like, which specific character do you want to talk to? Instead, it's like, which little group are you gonna mingle with? I think
that's
that makes more sense. Yeah, exactly. Is burger time an option, or is that just like...
It's an option. Like, you could just skip talking to them all together and go eat.
You could be a recluse.
I'm gonna go the logical route of, I'm an introvert and I know one person here really well, and that's Craig, my friend, so I'm gonna go talk to this group.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. Were it me, I would just find the pet at the party and pet the pup. Matt and Hugo seem to be embroiled in an intense discussion. Craig looks on, smiling politely.
That makes a lot of sense.
I walk over to say hello.
Well, I don't think it's fair to try and compare two art movements like that. Periods in art only exist because they're a unique byproduct of the social and political climate of a time and place. And to try to take something like, say, the Rococo period and compare it to postmodernism in America, you're completely disregarding the context in which a work of art was created.
Matt and Hugo seem to be so busy talking that they don't notice me. Craig leans in. Dude, I have no idea what's happening. This is kind of hilarious.
I want to, be like, yeah, bro, but I also want to hear what they're saying. That kind of comparison just eliminates the reason art movements are so important in the first place.
You're not wrong, but I think that there's no harm in comparing one work of art to another. You could definitely say that one painting is better than another if you're evaluating technical skill from a purely formalist standpoint. If I showed you a Matisse and then showed you something by the Dutch masters, which one would you say shows more technical prowess? Oh. I am so lost right now. I shoot a worried glance over to Craig, who returns it.
Well, sure, you could say that the Dutch masters were technically more skilled, but I would argue that while the Dutch masters were better painters, Matisse had better paintings overall.
Ooh. I like this conversation, actually.
Art is dead.
This is how you get kicked out of the party.
Oh.
I said, well, that's pretty subjective. Sorry, I thought he was gonna say it. How do you mean?
Well, that painting of the guy with the apple in front of his face is pretty nice. Matisse rocks.
That's a Marguerite. Or a Magritte.
Ah, right. Art,
Marguerite?
sorry.
I don't even know how to say it.
Yeah, you're fine, dude.
We were just discussing the importance of context when talking about artwork.
Listen, all I wanted was if you liked Van Gogh or Picasso better. Hugo throws up his hands in frustration.
But they represent two completely different art movements. How could I possibly choose between the thick, creamy impasto of post-impressionism and the abstractionist beauty of cubism?
Man, that's all way above my head. Oh. Me too. It's all good, man. The cool thing about art is that we all perceive it differently. A single piece could have a totally different effect on each person that looks at it, and that's awesome.
Just 1 minute about that.
Hugo, please.
Oh, sorry. I get really fired up about art stuff. Cyrus, how are you liking the neighborhood?
It's pretty nice. Everybody's been super friendly. Seems like your daughter's fitting in just fine. Matt points across to the yard where Amanda, Daisy, and another young girl are playing. They're sitting cross-legged in the grass, picking weeds and weaving them into little flower crowns. It's pretty adorable. The girl I don't recognize jogs over to us.
Also, notice Craig dipped out. Oh, she's so cute.
What is it, sweetheart?
It's a flower crown. I thought you'd look cute in it.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Matt takes the flower crown and places it on top of his head. Am I cool now? The girl stares at him, thinking it over.
Nope, but you're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on.
Hey, Cyrus, this is my daughter. Hello!
Carmenista. Or Carmencita. I'm so sorry. I'm Carmencita.
Amanda comes over with Daisy in tow.
Dad, look, I'm making friends. Are you making friends? You better be making friends.
Yeah, actually, Amanda, you remember the cool barista from the coffee shop and my old college friend and your teacher.
Oh, hi, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize we were neighbors. Yup. You still gotta get me that overdue term paper? Great seeing you.
Finger gun her way out. Amanda finger guns her way out of the conversation like champ. Yes. She learned the finger gun moves from me. I'm very proud.
She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go?
What?
Hugo looks around the party. He must finally spot him because his eyes go wide.
Ernest Hemingway Vega, are you smoking? Of course it's Ernest Hemingway.
Ernest is holding a lit cigarette. Nope. I see Ernest across the way. He casually takes a long drag of a cigarette and then flicks it into the gutter.
What a little shit. Unbelievable. Excuse me.
Hugo marches over to Ernest and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Okay, so Craig didn't dip, he just
Scooted
was
over.
removed from the scene because he wasn't relevant. Kids, right? Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sparkler down Joseph's pants. Nearly burned down half the yard.
I mean, in a way, he's sort of living up to his namesake.
The barbecue we had before that, he actually burned down half the yard. And then it spread into my lawn and burned down half of my yard, too. Hugo walks back over to us, practically
this
dragging
little
Ernest
shit.
behind him.
Hey, everybody. Sorry about that. Cyrus, this is my son, Ernest.
Hello. Ernest looks away, sulking, his hands shoved deep in his pockets. Hugo nudges him impatiently. Hey. Nice to meet you, Ernest. What grade are you in? Doesn't matter.
Ernest.
Okay. I'm 8th grade. God, are you happy now? I'm sure you were just dying to know. Yeah, good for you. Can I go now? I'm tired of talking to old dudes who blame my generation for the failing economy.
Okay, so yeah, they're definitely baby boomers.
Ouch.
No.
Ernest.
Oh yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you. Ernest puts his earbuds in and storms off to stand in the corner. Well, that was certainly something. He seems nice. Hugo puts his head in his hand and sighs.
I'm so sorry. He's having a really rough time. As much as I want to be the cool dad, I have to be the authoritarian dad, and he clearly resents me for it.
I mean, I think as a dad and a teacher, that's about as authoritarian as you can get. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad? What? I'm as cool as a cucumber. See, that right there. You can't say that. My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be the cool dads?
You're cool until they, like, when they're kids and they're super attached, and then as they get older, they don't care.
Yup. Once they're teenagers, then you're not cool no more.
Or even preteens.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we just have to accept the fact that as dads, we've become the machine that we once raged against and accept our fate to unironically wear socks with sandals. Your kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed. Amanda's 18 and she still thinks I'm cool. I yell across the yard to my daughter.
You're gonna ruin it.
Amanda, I'm cool, right? Amanda just laughs. She keeps laughing. I see your point.
No.
As much as we all want it, I don't think it's as important to be a cool dad as it is to be a good dad.
Ooh.
We can't all be best friends with our kids. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest. Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay.
Yeah, you're right. But it'd be nice to have it both ways. Hearing those guys talk about this makes me think of my relationship with Amanda. We get along so well, but there might come a time when it won't be like that. Is college when that happens?
Don't let us eat your time, Cyrus. Go meet some of the other people around the neighborhood.
Oh, so we get a
cool.
chance to talk to other people. Burger time. I glance across the yard and notice Robert and Brian chatting over drinks. Man, I don't think I want to deal with being one-upped by Brian right now, but I guess I could live with learning more about Robert. Oh no, they caught me staring. Oh no, Brian's waving me over. Shoot. I flash a smile and walk over to them. Hey, guys. Cyrus, how the heck are ya? Settling into the neighborhood all right? Ooh, you betcha. Got the living room in order at least. That's great to hear. I've been doing some living room work as well. Finally in the 50s in there.
Got the 50-inch
Oh, finally
in there?
got the 50-inch in there. The game looks great in high def. Oh boy. Cyrus, have you met Robert yet? Yeah, we've met.
I'll be Robert.
Okay. Robert
Since you have
regards
two
me over
voices.
his whiskey.
Good seeing you again.
We were just talking about my most recent camping trip. Spent a night out in the woods with Daisy and Maxwell. It's definitely an outdoorsy one. Even caught her first fish.
It's good to see her taking your daughter out like that. I bet she loved it.
And it's great that she loves the outdoors. Mine loves being inside. Ryan raises his eyebrows at me. Being inside, making art. She won a local competition for that art. Yep. Did I put it on too strongly? Robert stares at me blankly for a second.
Anyway, I haven't gone camping in years. Not since the last time.
Same here. Well, things change once you have a kid. Wait. What happened the last time? Robert takes a long sip of whiskey.
He's the Hemingway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, old Johnny Boy and me were out in the back country. Johnny Boy's a strong kid. Met him in my army days. Comes from Kansas. They build him tougher out there. Anyway, things go south pretty quick. Johnny Boy breaks his ankle, and when the rope bridge snaps. Yeah, he's definitely Hemingway. You can see the bone popping out through the skin. Johnny Boy screaming now, crying for his mama, losing blood. We're 2 days out from the next living soul, and here I am with my dear friend bleeding out in front of me. I'm able to dress the wound, but now I got a fireman carry a 6-foot, 180-pound man over some of the toughest terrain I've ever been in. I won't lie to you. There were moments during those 2 days when I thought about leaving old Johnny Boy. But you build a bond with your brothers in arms, and that bond never breaks. I got that boy back to civilization. But I lost some of me out there.
Yes. Yes.
I guess that's camping for you.
Brian and I stare in disbelief. Robert takes another long sip of whiskey.
Oh my god. I'm just kidding. My friend John and I went inner tubing down a river, and he lost a flip-flop. I miss that kid.
Brian and I now laugh nervously.
Or am I kidding?
Brian and I did
I'm kidding.
Ooh. Men and Daisy barrel up to us laughing. Daisy is holding a paper plate in front of her like a steering wheel.
We gotta get out of this, or we gotta get off this haunted truck. Oh no, the ghost locked the doors! Quick, hit the emergency escape button! But trucks don't have emergency escape buttons. Then hit the brake, I guess, and then we'll get out of the truck. The imaginary truck. Anyway, we're safe from the ghosts, but how will we survive this Arctic tundra? Daisy, you might have to eat me. Are you prepared to do that? I'm prepared to do anything to survive. That's cold-blooded. I like that. Although, I'm not sure I have the materials required to properly cook you. You know, that reminds me of the last time I went skiing.
Robert? Wait a second. Are you guys playing Long Haul Ice Road Paranormal Ghost Truckers?
Yeah!
Amanda, I love that show. It's the best, especially that episode where Callum hides Flint's keys and Flint reluctantly retaliates by breaking an ancient cursed urn and sending the spirit after him. Yeah, it's such quality reality television.
I don't watch a whole lot of television, but I do enjoy that show. That and war documentaries.
God damn it. I can't handle this guy.
All right, Daisy, I found us a couple of bugs. They're gonna make a great meal. Lots of protein. Gonna keep us from starving out here in this harsh, icy wasteland. But there's a whole table of food right over. Daisy, it's a game. We're playing pretend. It's what kids do. Live a little.
Amanda gives Daisy a handful of gummy worms from the snack table. They eat them with mock disgust.
Let's go find kindling for a fire. Okay. But not an actual fire. Because we're playing pretend? Now you're getting it.
Daisy and Amanda run off. What a cute couple of kids. Man, I've never seen her get along with anyone so quickly. I guess Amanda just sort of has a way with kids. That's kind of amazing. Daisy doesn't really get along with kids her age. It's nice that he's not trying to one-up me this time. Maybe we can have a regular friendship after all. Yeah.
I mean, he likes that show.
It's true. She just keeps to herself. Her teachers say she spends her every recess in the library. I think the other kids are intimidated by her intelligence.
There it is.
There it is. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Amanda was shy at Daisy's age too. She used to have a habit of crawling under tables and crying every time we took her to a restaurant. She bit people too. Oh, kids, right? Gotta love them. You're required to by law.
I hear that.
Well, since they're getting along so well, maybe we should try to put together a little play date for them. They do seem to get along really well, but the thought of continually hearing about all of Brian's accomplishments is rough. Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Go meet some of the other fellas. And that's about time for this episode.
All right, we have more conversations and burgers in the next episode.
Yes! This is kind of fun, though. I like that we're able to kind of make the rounds and chat with everybody. I think I'm most curious if you choose burger time, if that's end scene. Like,
I think so. I think that's because in the last section where we like move in and you can like go to the park and get coffee, you can nap right from the beginning.
Oh, that's true.
And I think that's why you have in this part where you can meet everybody for the first time.
So it makes me wonder if they're going to continue that trend of like giving us the option to like kind of be a recluse or like not
out.
Socialize. Because I think that if they do, then it should affect the narrative in some way, right? Like aside from just not interacting with people, I don't know. It's like the silent options in games, right? Like if you're silent, it's usually never a good choice. So I'm curious if that can lead down an interesting path by just not socializing.
Yeah, and if you've played this before, let us know what happens if you choose burger time first. Because, I mean, it's possible you just go eat and then you go talk to people. But I didn't want to test it out in case it was the end of the barbecue then.
Yeah. All right, well, question or challenge of the day, kind of. How would you utilize the like opt out of social interaction option in this game? Based on what we've seen thus far, I think there are a few ways you could take it and run with it.
What do you mean?
So like, if you had the means of designing this game and writing the narrative, what would be the end goal of choosing the non-social options?
Okay, that makes sense.
Cool. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the series, give that video a like or subscribe if you haven't done that yet. I'm very bad at talking all of a sudden.
And if you want more Dream Daddy,
then stay tuned for the next episode. Bye, everyone.